my lovely people. As y'all can see, I'm in my car. Bright and early. Y'all might get the notifications. Y'all might not get the notifications, but I wanted to come on here and go live my 10 minutes for today and just share with you all what was on my mind. I did not go live yesterday for those that might have been looking for my live or keeping tabs on the low, see what I'm doing. And that's fine. Like I said, I need accountability. I'm going to hold you all accountable as well. I've been focusing a lot on Facebook because Facebook at the time is paying a lot for content creators to post their content. So I've really been learning and studying that platform and figuring out what they're requiring for us or needing us to do to maximize our earnings. Although YouTube is my baby, YouTube will always be my baby, or my best friend, or whatever you say. I really like the freedom that YouTube gives you to post and share pretty much anything. You don't have to be, really kind of in a niche, if that makes sense. I just got a message. I don't know what that say. Okay. Somebody still DM me about diabetic text strips. So if you don't know, I am a serial entrepreneur. I dibble and dabble in a whole plethora of things. I do have a diabetic text strip resale business. I don't promote it as much as a lot of things I don't promote. And the main reason is because a lot of people, I ain't gonna say people, it just sometimes people just want to get close to you just to find out what you know, and then they want to just disregard you real easy. And I'm not like that. So I don't share with you all. You like, that don't even make sense. It's all about money. I understand, but I'm not driven by money. I'm driven by the mindset of freedom. That's why I started this channel. That's why I started a lot of my groups, because I wanted a lot of mothers to be able to have the freedom to be at home with their children, not necessarily have to put their children in child care unless they needed a break. They didn't have any family members to safely watch their children. So work from home is where I started. Side gigs is where I started my channel and sharing my experiences with people. So I think the channel might go back to working from home and side gigs because my analytics are really strong in that area. The notary business will be what I do until I fully retire in a couple of years. I told you that I'll be, today's April 1st, so this ain't April Fool's, y'all, but today's April 1st, and I do plan on fully retiring by age 50. I'll be 46 in a few weeks, my birthday. So I am really in a headspace of how I'm going to make this thing happen. A lot of times, like I share with you all the other day, who was on live, maybe wasn't on live, I had got my Social Security commission statement, or whatever, Social Security statement email. I had gotten a physical statement. I used to get them in the mail all the time, but this time I got an email, and it was stating how much my Social Security income would be once I, if I retired. Do, girl. You know what I'm saying? That would be like my play money. You know what I'm saying? That would be my play money, but it won't be like survival money. Like that is really low. So I was like, well, I got to really rev up what I'm doing right now. So I've been really myself personally doing a lot of research and content, YouTube and universe content on people who have retired at 50 or retired before. I always share with my lovely people, because that's what I do. I always share what I find out with you all to help you all, because sometimes we don't know what we don't know. We just don't know. So I don't fault nobody, because a lot of things I don't know. And thank y'all for the likes. I appreciate that. It helps boost my videos out. But I'm on a mission right now to try to figure out, and if I don't acknowledge you, I'm driving y'all. I do apologize. I'm not ignoring you. I'm just driving. I'm on my way to my first loan closing for the day. I was just sharing with you all what's on my mind, what I've been up to. I enjoy going live, although I was just going back to, I'm going to be posting more work from home gig app opportunities for people, because my whole mission, like I said before, was to share with mothers, because I am a mother, ways to make money where you don't have to leave your children at home. Although I've discovered that work from home really wasn't my jam, because I didn't want to sit in no desk, no 5, 6, 7, 8, 10 hours. I just could not do it. I need to be moving. That's why I'm more productive. That's why I make more money. When you're free to flow. I'm free to flow. So I'm not going to give up, discouraged, because some people like just that big. They just like to be right there. They like to work. They like to tap in, boom, boom, boom. That's one reason why I like live ops. I'm going to be dropping a video soon about my experience with live ops, and sharing with you all the things I wish I knew before I started Live Ops. It's not bad, it's all good, because Live Ops is extremely beginner friendly, and it has blessed a lot of people. Although they've changed some things on YouTube about what we can share, how thumbnails can look when we present them to you all, I'm very cautious on what I share, even with gig apps. I've shared before that a lot of my opinion, I know I'm rambling on, but that's what I do, y'all. Y'all love me for that, right? And if you don't, oh well. But my experience from when people were sharing about their gig app experiences, a lot of people were getting deactivated. So since I was using that as like side income to build my savings and my nest egg up, I really didn't share too much in my gig app experiences opportunity because of the fear that they really were deactivating a lot of people that was sharing on YouTube their gig apps, like their, you know, what they was doing day in and day out. Although it's helpful for people who want to get into this space, it's just that I can't jeopardize, you know, my income because I'm not getting that much on social media yet, you know. So if I'm making this on gig apps, but I'm not making this on social media yet, I'm not going to do that, you know what I'm saying? So I don't play around with that. I have to do what I have to do what's best for me. But I do like sharing the information with y'all. So like I said, I will be dropping a video in my experience and why I think if you're looking for a work from home job, that's something you should do. You could go back and look at all my other videos and see that I've always said during the summer months or the warmer months, I like doing gig apps because it gets me out the house. But in the winter months, home, and Loves give you the opportunity to do that. But because I'm ready to just go off the flow with things and share with y'all honestly my experience. I don't really go off of scripts, and I think that's one reason why a lot of times people gravitate to me, because I don't really go off script. I really go off truly my experience, my heart, and what I experience, and that helps because they make a lot of videos. People make a lot of videos on these work from home opportunities. So that's where I'm at with that. But yeah, I wanted to come on here today. I think today is day 11, if not day 11, day 12. They will be having my grandfather's funeral soon. So I've been really just trying to keep a headspace for that because, you know, I have to be there for my mother. So I will not be able to be there like I would like to because I have to be there for my mom. I lost my father. I can only imagine how she feels to lose her father. And things like that is not ever easy on anyone. I catch myself, you know, wanting to pick up the phone and call my father and ask him things or text him or send him something funny, you know, or whatever. But he's no longer with us. So I catch myself, like I said, grief, and then, you know, what I'm dealing with in my personal life, grieving someone who's still there. That's not never, ever easy. So I can only imagine what she feels. Everybody deals with grief differently. I experienced dealing with grief at a very young age, so my process may look a little bit different. And you're like, well, how did this go left? I'm just saying, like, my process is a lot different. But that just one. Oh, they talking about the game room. I'm like, that's a cute, that's a cute, little signboard, whatever you call it. I wish I could show it to you, but I don't even know what that is, and it might be something a little raunchy, so I'm not going to share with y'all. But that's a neat little banner. I like that. That's something else I want to do. I wanted to invest in billboards. I had a friend one time that knew somebody who was selling their billboard business. I'm always thinking outside the box. I need passive income, y'all. I can't stress that enough. You need passive income. And this goes back to what I was mentioning earlier about, you know, me fully wanting to retire about 50 and just have passive income coming in at all times. Billboards is the way to go as well. Think about, you know, finding out someone that's older who has land or has been in the billboard business for a while that you possibly could buy their business or go 50-50 so they still can get passive income, but you overlook everything on their behalf. But billboards, they got digital billboards and they got the actual old school billboards. It's on the side of the road. Also, something else I wanted to mention to you all, and you know I'm always coming with y'all with stuff. If you buy some land or thinking about buying this land, you know, finance only land, buy some land near a highway that you could have someone put their advertisement on. That's something that I'm always thinking outside the box, y'all, like for real, like that's so passive. You, even if it's like in a rural area, like you have a lot of real estate agents who need advertisement. So if you buy some land, a plot of land, and they could put their real estate billboard on your land, and you charge them $300 a month, $100 a month, or whatever the price is going, and that can be their little area, and they can advertise. Like, it's so many ways to just make passive money. You just buy little plots of land near the side of the road in rural areas, and let these real estate agents, you charge them to you charge them per month to utilize, per year, however you want to do it. I think it would be best month by month, because that's just how business go. But or however you want to do it. I'm just giving you ideas. Think outside the box what you could do. Like I said, it's always owner finance land. It's always little plots of land that you driving. You say, oh, that land, ain't nobody doing nothing with that land. Maybe it didn't perk for a house, or it maybe didn't perk for a mobile home. You can utilize that land. You can utilize that land for billboard advertising, or look like a billboard. You know what I'm saying? Make sure that the county or state that you're doing it in will allow a certain size to be displayed. But that's passive income. Like, it's so passive. Like buying land. Like back in the day, a few years ago, I ain't gonna say back in the day, a few years ago, people were buying land in like Mexico, and just buying the land and just letting people that want to do RV living, camping, excursions, and they rent their land out. You could do owner finance and have it paid off in like a year or two. Just little plots of lands all over. Now in North Carolina, find a seller finance land, and it's already cleared and perked, and it is expensive. It's almost worth getting land that's already cleared. I ain't gonna lie to you. But I'm looking at some land. I'm always looking at some land to get to purchase. But I want land back off the highway where you can't even see my house. You don't even know it's a house back up in the woods. I know it's possible. I know what my vision is, but whatever God has for me, God has for me. And this traffic is really like, where am I at? I don't even know where I'm at, but I'm standing to stand still. But anyway, I'm gonna keep talking to y'all long as I got good signal. I'm on, like I said earlier, I'm on my way to a loan closing this morning. I have a total of 3 today, so it's gonna be a beautiful day. I'm so happy today. My daughter goes on spring break. I have some adventures for her. I don't know if she's gonna want to get down, but I have some adventures. I've been tapping into some places that I think that me and her will enjoy going and experiencing together. Oh, okay, I know where I'm at. I'm like, why was the traffic so backed up right here? Oh my gosh. It's a light and it's a busy highway intersection. I don't know why. And see, this right here, they got a billboard with a QR code on it. You know what I'm saying? So you could even do that. Back in the day, I was thinking about buying land that for truckers could just park their trucks at, get in their regular car and go on to the city or town over where they live. Whenever they come home on the weekends. It's always ways to make money. It's always ways. But then someone was telling me, oh, the trucking business is gonna be, not so good, not so profitable. But you still gonna have trucker. That's still gonna be a form of transportation. So even if you could buy some land, you can't really, it won't perk for nothing. You can't put no residential property on. You can't put a commercial property. You can't put a mobile home on it. Buy the land and see if you can lease it out for like yard sales or people that, a food truck or something. Something. Figure out what type of land qualifies for whatever. You know what I'm saying? It's just so many things. Like, there's so many ways to make passive income. Yeah, you have to pay taxes, but come on, you have to pay taxes if you buy a pack of 45-cent gum or 55-cent gum or however much gum is now. So it's just one of those things. I'm always trying to figure out a way. I'm always trying to figure out a way. I'm on my way to the money, but I'm on my way to the money, the guaranteed money. I'm still figuring out ways how to make more money. So I ain't got to be driving in my car, to make money. Money is constantly being deposited into my bank account at all times, day, night, weekends, holidays, all that. So that's just where I'm at with that. I've been on here a little longer than my 10 minutes, but I just wanted to share with you all. Like I said, I was going to be on here just to talk with you all and let y'all know what I got going on. I did miss yesterday, but I'm back at it today, feeling good, feeling vibrant, very thankful. I'm practicing a joyful spirit. Y'all will hear me talk about that a lot. I'm practicing a joyful spirit. Even though you're going through a lot in life, I really want you all to practice a joyful spirit, like, at all costs. Like, I'm serious. Like, it doesn't matter. I want you to practice a joyful spirit. And if you need to step back from social media or step back from people, places, and things for a short period of time, do it. But get back on your horse. Get back on on that saddle, get back, on that grind and make it do what it do. Because only you can change your circumstances. Only you can change the things that you're going through right now. Only you can. And you got to constantly be in a good space where you can figure things out. If you got a whole bunch of stuff bombarding you and, a whole bunch of confusion and negativity, you're not going to feel your way through nothing. You just not. So that's why I said I had to step away yesterday. I was dealing with a lot of stuff. I was heavy-hearted yesterday, but I'm back at it today. I had time to rest. I had time to, revise my game plan, and I think I really know what I want to do. And then I still give myself grace to change my mind. That's something else you have to do. You have to give yourself grace to change your mind. That's why I never wanted to really hone in on a niche, because I know I'm free-spirited and I know how I am. Like if I see a need or something I want to express with you, I want to do it. So if I just base my channel just on cooking and something inspirational like today comes in my heart, yeah, I can kind of squeeze it in there, but then that might push my channel down a little further. So I don't like this little bridge. It's so narrow. But that's why I say whenever you start content creation, I had another lady, she commented about, she wanted to do property preservation. Property preservation is always what's up. And I know I'm going all over the place, but I'm trying to get y'all to understand there's so many ways to make money. You don't have to be where you want to be. You can start and we will follow you all the way down the road. I promise you we will. Darn, I should have got over. Okay, let me get over now. We will follow you all the way down the road. I'm telling you. Property preservation is a great niche. You could just do clean outs. You know what I'm saying? People are always, unfortunately, losing their places. Of people are always moving, and they need someone to clean that mess out. They done got all their furniture, their TV, their kids' bed. They just want you to go in there, sweep, mop, dust, and they don't want to think about it. And you send them pictures, you charge them, you send them pictures after you finish. You understand what I'm saying? It's so many ways to think about this. Have y'all thought about a business like that? Like, how many people have actually moved? And the biggest headache was after you moved everything out, you got to go in there, clean, sweep, mop, and dust, and all this kind of stuff, or even paint. Maybe you could have property preservation company where that's what you do. When people move out their house, you go in there, and you clean it out. You even paint it. You know what I'm saying? You may repair little stuff. I mean, I don't know. You just got to think out the box. It's always a need. Anything that's going on, like the trash can clean out. Did y'all see that? It was high, and I think it was really popular when COVID was here. People would come and clean your trash can out. Like the trash can you pull to the side of the road. There is a business. Someone thought of it. Thank God. Someone thought of a business where they'll come, however rotation they did it, but they will actually clean your garbage can out. Like for real. Like who would have thought? There's something needed. It's always something needed to be done. So if you think outside the box, then you will find a way to make money. That's why I tell my daughter, I said, you don't necessarily need a job. You just need to figure out ways to make money, because she was getting a little stressed out about something. I said, baby, this is what it is. You just got to figure out a way to make money. You need to figure out a way to make income. Not necessarily a job, just the ways to make income. Like I tell y'all can find stuff around your house y'all can sell, you know what I'm saying, on eBay. And check out my ebook down below in my description. I got an ebook talking about all this kind of stuff that y'all can make money. All kind of stuff. Check out the ebook, y'all. I'm telling you. Go ahead and support me on my Stand store. Check it out. I've seen that some of y'all done checked it out, and I appreciate y'all. But go in there and tap in. Tap in. You know what I'm saying? I share with you all a lot of the stuff I got going on. You just got to purchase the ebook. Some things I can give you for free. Some things I have to charge for. But like I said, I have a goal. I have a mission. I want all of us to succeed. If you want to succeed, you want to follow me succeed, I want you to see. I'm going to share with you what I got going on. But check out my ebook, y'all. I want to tell y'all that. Check out the ebook. Check out the things that's in the ebook. If you have any questions, I got my contact information in there. You said, Nikki, I don't understand. Sticker, I got the ebook. I still don't understand what's going on. Tap in. I got to tell you. Just tap in. I'm very approachable. I'm not that type of person where, oh, you bought the ebook. It's in the ebook. No, I'm not like that. I'm not like that. I will hold your hand. As long as you need me to hold your hand, I don't care if it gets sweaty. I will hold your hand, because I know it's a way. It's a better way out here. You don't have to grind and hustle forever. You can find out. And once you've tapped in and figure out what it is, what you're good at, what you're naturally good at, then I want you to run with it. I want you to run. I don't want you to walk. I don't want you to be so scared and timid. I want you to run with it. I want you to sprint. Once you tap in and figure out, I never would have thought I'd be almost at 3,000. I never would have thought starting at zero on YouTube, I'd be almost at 3,000. I never, ever, ever would have thought. I'm telling y'all, never would have thought. So if I never would have thought I would have got from 0 to 3,000, what makes you think I don't think I can get to 3,000 to 100,000? I'm like, let's be serious. it's being consistent and showing up every single day, even when you don't feel like it, even when you got people in the comments or people, saying little stuff about you, the people that you want to support you not supporting you. It doesn't matter. You got billions of people on this planet, 8 point something billion people on this planet. Your YouTube videos, your content will reach so many people that you've never met, and it will change their lives. I tell y'all all the time my story about how I got on to how I was in postpartum depression all those years, and I never even knew I was dealing with postpartum depression until I started watching YouTube, and it dawned on me like, darn, girl, you've been depressed. You've been absolutely a functional depressed functionally. I don't know how to say it right, but yeah, I've been depressed. I was depressed, and I didn't even know I was depressed. You understand? But YouTube helped me get through it. Now, mind you, I had to get professional help, but at the midst of it, I was able to get through it through YouTube videos, finding someone's video and watching it in the comfort and the privacy of my home. I was able to watch the YouTube videos. You understand? So don't never think what you're going through can't help somebody. You can't. It will help someone. It will help someone. You just got to put yourself out there and be okay with it. Because it ain't easy. I'm not even going to lie and say it's easy. Because coming up with content ideas every day, putting yourself out there every day. I used to feel like, okay, I had to have my hair done like the other ladies. I had to have this fancy background, this fancy camera. All this stuff I used to say, I had to have. And that was not the case. I didn't have to have anything. All I had to do was believe in me and show up every day. That's it. That's all I needed to do, was to believe in me and show up every day. Believe it or not, that's all you got to do. That's all you have to do, is believe in you and show up every day. So I hope some of these ideas that I've shared with you will help you all, figure out a way. It'll get the wheels turning. Like, okay, darn, Nikki mentioned this. I might want to look into it. And let me tell you something too. Don't get discouraged if you try something and it don't work. I've tried all the stuff, the diabetic test scripts, the property preservation. I ain't tried the garbage can idea yet. But mostly everything that I've shared with you, I have tried. I have tried to start a business. I have done it. I have put myself out there on Front Street. I have tested the market. I have done my market research. I have done all the things. I have done all of the things. Right? I have done all of the things. And I figured out, I'm about to say something, but I figured out what works for me. And I've stayed in my lane. So what I want to say to you all, if you do something and you find out that it's not for you, it's okay to pivot to something else. It really is. It's okay to pivot to something else. Okay, you can say, okay, I've tried this and this is my experience. Let me come back to YouTube or TikTok or Facebook or Instagram, and this was my experience. Let me share with you all my experience. Because that helps everyone. It helps everyone. You think like, okay, well, I'm a failure. No, you're not a failure. Because you try. You doing what 99% of people won't even do. That's why it don't bother me no more when people say stuff about, what you got going on now. I got a lot going on. What you got going on? I mean, I done did this to your what? And then sometimes you have to be that way. And they're saying, well, that's kind of rude. But you have to be that way sometimes. You really have to be that way. You have to be that go-getter. You have to be that person that don't mind hitting them. Throwing those punches. Because people going to come at you. Because some people basing their own insecurities onto you. They're basing their own insecurities onto you. So it don't bother me no more when people come to me with like they little, what you doing now? Because it don't bother me. Because I'm like, what is you doing? What have you tried lately to change your situation? You understand? So I'm going to end here. And I thank you all for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Check my ebooks, y'all. Peace.